Live, the one and only Local 10 News starts right now.
Off the top at 11 tonight, double trouble in the tropics. The Florida Keys on alert as Fred moves west, and another system could be coming right behind it.
South Florida bracing for a lot of rain this weekend, and the biggest concern will be flooding.
We have live team coverage for you tonight. Local 10 News reporter Terrell Forney standing by in the Keys with a look at the conditions out there and how residents are preparing for the storm.
But we begin with Chief Certified Meteorologist Betty Davis with the 11 p.m. advisory on Fred. Betty.
Fred is still a very disorganized system, and I should mention that this just in, the tropical storm warning for the middle and upper Keys, that has been dropped. So what we focus on now is a very disorganized system. In fact, the National Hurricane Center stating it's really even difficult to determine where and if there is still a center of circulation, but they're still placing it right around that, we'll say, northwest central coast of Cuba. Clearly, the shower thunderstorm activity, all of that blown down to the southeast, that deep convection, so not organized at all. Tropical depression Fred, winds of 35 miles per hour, moving west at 12 miles per hour. And as of 11 p.m., 150 miles south-southeast of Key West. So let's check on the projected path and the forecast track. They did shift it even a little bit farther west in terms of where the center of this is going to track. So it passes near the lower Keys tomorrow, or west of. And as it's moving over the eastern Gulf, it could strengthen to a tropical storm as it's heading northward, moving up toward the Gulf Coast, toward the Panhandle, so they'll keep an eye on it into early next week. Maybe it makes landfall up in those parts as a tropical storm. So bottom line for us, I'm thinking at this point, is rain is still the story where we are here in South Florida. So what we have in place is a rain forecast calling for some 3 to 6 inches through the weekend. We are still under a flood watch across Broward, Dade, and through the Keys as well as on the southwest side of the peninsula too. I'll be taking a closer look at the tropical storm warning area. I'm thinking it'll be the Keys. If we get the 40-mile-per-hour winds, it'll be favored down there. And also, before I get out of here, I got to talk about this other system. I almost forgot, tropical depression number 7. This one, more than 500 miles east of the Leeward Islands, tracking westward at 21 miles per hour, winds of 35 miles per hour, forecast to cross the Leeward Islands tomorrow night as a tropical storm. So it is forecast to develop to a tropical storm. And then by the middle part of next week, notice South Florida and the Keys, we are in the cone. So we got to keep an eye on this one. I'll have a lot more on our forecast for the weekend coming up here in a few. Get you ready for some rain.